Okay, so we will do the quickly revision what the things we discussed in the previous session. In the previous session, we started to discuss about the single phase AC circuit. And in that, the first point it was alternating voltage and current. We know that alternating voltage and the current changes continuously in magnitude and alternates in a direction at regular interval of a time. And the waveform of this alternating voltage or the current is just like a sine waveform, so that either you can call alternating voltage or current, or you can call sinusoidal voltage or current here. Okay, then in the generation point, according to the Faraday's law, we know that either of the one case the EMF is induced, and that cases are: first case is rotating conductor in a uniform magnetic field, and the second case is rotating magnetic field with a stationary conductor. And here we consider that a stationary magnetic field, and within which a conductor is rotating in a uniform angular speed, that is in omega, and that rotation of this conductor in the stationary magnetic field is always in an anti-clockwise direction. Okay, when the conductor it starts to rotate in a uniform magnetic field, it cuts the flux, and how much flux it will cut, it depends upon its position in that magnetic field. It means that the position of the conductor in the magnetic field will decide the magnitude of a induced EMF. And based on that, these are the three cases. The first case is when the conductor is perpendicular to the magnetic field. That time its a rotation, direction of rotation is parallel to that magnetic lines of force. So that in the first case, induced EMF becomes zero. In the second case, conductor is parallel, but its direction is a perpendicular to the magnetic field, so that in that case, the maximum flux will cut by the conductor, so that maximum EMF is induced. And the third case is any random position when the conductor will takes an angle theta to the reference axis is there, or to the time axis is there. This is the actual view of a generator, AC generator. In that, the magnetic field is a constant, and one rectangular coil is rotated along that axis of a rotation. And we know that when it starts to rotate along that axis of rotation, it will cut the magnetic flux, and EMF is induced, and that induced EMF is in the form of sine waveform, so that we call it is a alternating voltage is there. So this is the position. And then I think we have derived that the one derivation in the previous session, and that derivation I will not derive once again, but I will try to write it down, the basic formula or the standard formula for that alternating voltage. And that formula is E is equal to Em sine omega t. Another one formula is like that: E is equal to Em sine theta. Or similarly, we can also write V is equal to Vm sine omega t, or Vm sine theta. And for the current, also we can write the small I is equal to Im sine omega t, or Im sine theta. Then these are the two basic equation. If you try to have a focus on this equation is in a degree form, and this one is in a radian, because it's omega it comes. How you can identify these things? Suppose if I write like that, E is equal to 20 sine 314t, and E is equal to 20 sine 30. Have you noticed the difference between these two equations? Yes or no? What is the difference here? May I audible? May I audible?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Yes, 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 sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, why your voice is not audible to me? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Ah, now it is audible. What is the difference? I have written that the two mathematical equations of the sinusoidal or the alternating voltage, what is the difference here? Is it that much difficult to find out the difference? Literally, I am surprised because you are not discussing or you are not noticing the difference. It gives me that very high voltage shock. What is this T? This T is the difference in between these two equations. Get it my point? When you will observe the T in that equation, it means that this 314 is the value of omega. This 20 is the value of maximum induced EMF. Now, if you observe in this equation, here you will not observe that the T here. It means that this 30 is the angle and that we can represent with a theta. Is it right? And this 20 is a normal, it's a EM is there. In this way, you can identify whether the equation is in a degree form or whether that equation is in a radian form is that. Is it that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your response here. Now, if you observe that thing here, so this is our standard equation. Now, let me erase the thing here. Once again, I can try to write it down that equation. V, small v, is equal to Vm sine omega t. As I said that this is our standard equation of alternating voltage, what it indicates. Number one, it indicates that it will start, it will, or the waveform of this equation will start. Let me erase the things here. This is the standard equation. And what this equation, it simply gives that, this equation gives that waveform of this equation, it starts from t is equal to 0. It means that when I want to draw the waveform of this equation, then I can draw like this. This is my time axis. Get it my point? And as this is, we have derived this equation with the initial position t is equal to 0, so that waveform of this equation is always starts from our reference point, and the reference point is this one, which is nothing but t is equal to 0 when the conductor is coincide with the time axis or the reference axis there. The second point is that waveform of this equation, it starts from t is equal to 0 and increasing thereafter. Increasing thereafter. It means that once this equation, the waveform of this equation, it starts from t is equal to 0 and then it will not decrease, so it will increasing thereafter. Means that waveform should be like this. The third thing is that waveform will attain positive maximum value, positive maximum value at theta is equal to 90 degree or pi by 2 radian. It means that when the waveform will take an angle theta is equal to 90 degree or pi by 2 radian, this waveform will have its maximum value and it is represented with the plus Vm. Then the fourth point is that a positive half cycle, positive half cycle aimed at theta is equal to 180 degree or pi radian. It means that from this positive maximum value, after that, the value magnitude of this waveform is goes on decreasing, and once again it touch to the reference point at pi radian or 180 degrees there. It means that the positive half cycle it will complete it. The fifth point is that a negative half cycle, or I say that uh, the negative maximum value attained at theta is equal to 270 degree and 3 pi by 2 radian. It means that after that, that value is goes on increasing, and at one point when that angle it becomes 3 pi by 2 radian, that time this waveform will attain its negative maximum value. I say that it's a Vm. And then last one point, that is nothing but negative half cycle. I say that negative half cycle aimed at theta is equal to 360 degree or 2 pi radian. So in this way, the waveform will be completed. Now, if you observe this equation, I say that this is a standard equation, but the meaning of these equations are like this. Is it that clear? बघा, आपल्याला फक्त इक्वेशन हे असं दिसतंय v इज इक्वल टू Vm साइन ओमेगा टी, परंतु त्या इक्वेशन मध्ये काय मीनिंग लपलेलं आहे तर ते दिस इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दॅट इक्वेशन इज दॅट. म्हणजे ज्या वेळेस तुम्हाला अशा प्रकारचं स्टँडर्ड इक्वेशन दिसेल त्यावेळेस हे सगळे पॉइंट्स त्या इक्वेशनला ऍप्लिकेबल आहेत. कोणकोणते पॉइंट्स आहेत पुन्हा एकदा रिपीट करतोय बघा. ज्यावेळेस इक्वेशन, मग जर सपोज असं असेल की v इज इक्वल टू 20 साइन 314t, आता हे इक्वेशन आहे. मग या इक्वेशन मध्ये याचा मीनिंग काय काय आहे की या इक्वेशनचा वेव्हफॉर्म ही कायम t इज इक्वल टू 0 पासून स्टार्ट झाली पाहिजे. त्याच्यानंतर दुसरा मीनिंग काय आहे की आफ्टर t इज इक्वल टू 0 द वेव्हफॉर्म इज इन्क्रीजिंग देअर आफ्टर, म्हणजे त्याची व्हॅल्यू ही इन्क्रीज झाली पाहिजे. तिसरा मीनिंग काय आहे की या वेव्हफॉर्मची, या इक्वेशनच्या वेव्हफॉर्मची पॉझिटिव्ह मॅक्सिमम व्हॅल्यू ही कायम थीटा इज इक्वल टू 90 डिग्री और पाय बाय 2 रेडियनलाच मिळाली पाहिजे. चौथं इक्वेशन काय आहे की पॉझिटिव्ह हाफ सायकल ही ऑलवेज एंड ॲट theta is equal to 180 degree or the pi by 2 radian. पाचवं मीनिंग काय आहे की निगेटिव्ह मॅक्सिमम व्हॅल्यू इज ऑलवेज obtained at theta is equal to 270 degree and 3 pi by 2 radian. And the last one is the one cycle is completed at theta is equal to 360 degree. These are the meaning behind this standard equation is there. Is it that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's we go to the few terminologies which are very important to understand the further concept, and these concepts are First concept is a cycle. What is mean by the cycle of an alternating quantity? If you see the sine waveform, as you know that the sine waveform is obtained by plotting the all the instantaneous values against the time axis. Now this is the time axis. Get it my point? And from t is equal to 0, we are plotting all the instantaneous values against the time axis. So these are the magnitudes. This is maximum value. And if you see that this is a sine waveform, it consists of two half cycle. One is the positive half cycle and another one is the negative half cycle is there. And which is nothing but it is the combination of all positive and negative instantaneous values, so that the one cycle, it can be defined with this statement: one complete set of positive and the negative values of an alternating quantity is known as a cycle, and this complete part up to this is known as a cycle. Is it that clear? What is meant by cycle? Read the statement once again, because after that, while explaining the any concept, when I use that word cycle, that time this picture it should be comes in front of you. Cycle means a positive half cycle and the negative half cycle combinedly, it is considered as a cycle, one cycle. And once that alternating waveform is continuous sine waveform, it means that the so many cycles are present in that alternating quantities there. Okay, so the cycle is nothing but, read it once again, a complete set of positive and the negative values of an alternating quantity. Now quantity is nothing but either you can consider that voltage or you can consider that it's a current. The complete set of positive and the negative values of an alternating quantity is known as cycle. Is it that clear? This is the first definition. Second, it's a periodic time or time period, and it is denoted with a capital T. Now, what is meant by the periodic time or the time period? So, as you know that this is a one cycle which consists of positive and the negative values, complete set of a positive and the negative values. So, how much time is required to complete this entire cycle, complete a cycle, one cycle, is known as a time period or periodic time of that cycle is there. So you can read that the definition. It is the time taken in a second to complete one cycle of an alternating quantity. Means you can denote the time required to complete the one cycle. This time is called as time period or periodic time, and this time is always in second. So that the definition is given, it is the time taken in second to complete one cycle of an alternating quantity is there. Okay, this is the second definition. Now third definition is the frequency. Most of the times we use that the frequency while explaining the definition of a transformer. Also we use that the frequency word here. Now what is mean by that word frequency? Just see here. As you know that this is a one cycle, a complete set of positive and the negative values, that is we call it a one cycle. The time required to complete that one cycle is the periodic time or the time period. It is denoted with the frequency. And now if you consider that 1 second time, and within that 1 second, how many such cycles are completed, that is called as a frequency. That is called as a frequency. So you can read that the definition. It is the number of cycles that occurs in 1 second is known as a frequency of alternating quantity. And the unit of the frequency is a hertz, cycle per second. Number of cycles completed occurs in 1 second is known as a frequency of that alternating quantity. Do you know that for our domestic purpose, what is the frequency available? Do you know these things or you don't know these things?
No, sir.
Okay, at least you should give this response like that. For our domestic purpose, we have 230 volt AC 50 hertz supply. It means that in our India, electricity is generated for 50 hertz supply only. This is the frequency. And when I say that the 50 hertz frequency in our India, but if you see that in the foreign country or in the China, they have decided 60 hertz frequency. मग आता तुम्ही काय करायचं, मोबाईलचा चार्जर घ्या, टेलिफोन घ्या, सॉरी चार्जर घ्या, फ्रीज घ्या, रेफ्रिजरेटर घ्या, कुठलंही डिव्हाइस घ्या, त्याच्यावरती त्याचं रेटिंग दिलेलं आहे. आता मी तुम्हाला मोबाईल चार्जरच का सांगितलं तर ते तुम्हाला इझिली अवेलेबल आहे. मग तुम्ही मोबाईल चार्जरवरती जर व्यवस्थित वाचलं तर त्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला 50 to 60 हर्ट्ज फ्रिक्वेन्सी, म्हणजे तो मोबाईल चार्जर हा 50 ते 60 हर्ट्जला ऑपरेट करू शकता, अशा प्रकारचं रेटिंग दिलेलं असतं. कधीतरी ते रेटिंग वाचून बघा. कुठल्याही इन्स्ट्रुमेंटवरती त्याचं एक स्पेसिफिक रेटिंग दिलेलं आहे आणि ते म्हणजे फ्रिक्वेन्सीच्या बाबतीत सुद्धा दिलेलं आहे. आणि दुसरी गोष्ट म्हणजे आपल्या घरामध्ये नेमका किती सप्लाय आहे हे पण तुम्हाला माहित असणं गरजेचं आहे. इट्स अप्रॉक्सिमेट, इट्स 230 वोल्ट, आणि ही व्हॅल्यू काही कॉन्स्टंट नसते. कधी तुम्हाला 220 दिसेल, कधी 240 दिसेल, कधी 210 दिसेल, बट अप्रॉक्सिमेटली इट्स 230 वोल्ट एसी सप्लाय, आणि याला म्हणणार आहोत आपण सिंगल फेज. आता ते काय ते नंतर बघूया आपण, परंतु आपल्या घरामध्ये जो सप्लाय आहे तो कायम 230 वोल्ट एसी 50 हर्ट्ज सप्लाय. असा जर कोणी क्वेश्चन विचारला की how much supply is available for our domestic purpose, so your answer should be 230 volt 50 hertz supply. आता हे आन्सर पुन्हा मी पुढे काही कन्सेप्ट शिकल्यानंतर पुन्हा त्याच्यामध्ये थोडा चेंज होणार आहे, बट राईट नाउ यू कॅन से दॅट इट्स 230 वोल्ट 50 हर्ट्ज सप्लाय. तर ह्या 50 हर्ट्ज जी आहे ही आहे फ्रिक्वेन्सी. वी आर कॉन्सन्ट्रेटिंग ऑन द 50 हर्ट्ज फ्रिक्वेन्सी. नाउ फ्रिक्वेन्सीची डेफिनेशन काय रीड करा. It is the number of cycles that occurs in 1 second and the unit of the frequency is hertz. मग आता हे 50 हर्ट्ज फ्रिक्वेन्सी आपल्याला डोमेस्टिक पर्पज साठी अवेलेबल आहे. व्हॉट दॅट 50 रिप्रेझेंट्स? This hertz, or we say that 50 hertz can be also say that it's a cycles per second. What that 50 represents? What the 50 number it represents here?
Number of cycle. Number of cycle.
Absolutely correct. म्हणजे एका सेकंद मध्ये या ही एक सायकल झाली, इथं जी दाखवलेली आहे मी ती, ही किती सायकल झाली? एक सायकल झाली. अशा किती सायकल्स कंप्लीट होतात एका सेकंद मध्ये? 50. म्हणून तर त्या फ्रिक्वेन्सी आपल्याला किती अवेलेबल आहे म्हणतोय आपण? 50 हर्ट्ज फ्रिक्वेन्सी. म्हणजे 50 सायकल्स आर कंप्लीटेड इन 1 सेकंड. दॅट्स वाय वी से दॅट फॉर अवर डोमेस्टिक पर्पज द फ्रिक्वेन्सी अवेलेबल दॅट इज नथिंग बट 50 हर्ट्ज. मग ती जर चायनामध्ये जर बघितली तर ती 60 हर्ट्ज फ्रिक्वेन्सी आहे. म्हणजे हा 60 वर्ड्स काय रिप्रेझेंट करतोय त्या ठिकाणी? 60 cycles are completed in 1 second. 60 cycles per second. एका सेकंड मध्ये 60 cycles completed होत आहेत. So this is a 1 cycle. Now you can see that what should be the speed of that alternating that quantity is there. Get it my point? So the frequency, I'm giving the focus on that word frequency. Now you please try to remember. मला वाटतं तुम्ही भरपूर वेळेस डेफिनेशन ही पाठ केलेली आहे. But try to remember the things now. The cycle means what? Time period means what? And now the frequency means what? The frequency is nothing but the number of cycles that occurs in 1 second. That is called as a frequency. Is it that clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
And now, very important thing you please try to remember as an engineer. हाऊ मच इज द सप्लाय अवेलेबल फॉर अवर डोमेस्टिक पर्पज. मग आता आपल्या घरामध्ये आपण काय काय वापरतो? फॅन, ट्यूब, टेलिव्हिजन, रेफ्रिजरेटर, एनी इलेक्ट्रिकल इक्विपमेंट और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इक्विपमेंट विच इज ऑपरेटेड ऑन 230 व्होल्ट 50 हर्ट्ज सप्लाय. आता तुम्ही त्याचं रेटिंग चेक करा. आज तुम्ही सगळेजण घरी आहात तर पहिल्यांदा मोबाईलचा चार्जर चेक करा. त्याच्यानंतर इतर काही जे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिव्हाइसेस आहेत त्यांचं रेटिंग चेक करा. तर त्यांचं रेटिंग असं असेल की आपल्या घरामध्ये जो सप्लाय अवेलेबल आहे 230 व्होल्ट AC, म्हणून तर आपल्या घरामध्ये जेवढे काही इक्विपमेंट आपण बनवले गेलेले आहेत ते सर्वच्या सर्व इक्विपमेंट हे 230 व्होल्ट 50 हर्ट्जला ऑपरेट होतात. कारण आपल्याला दिलेला सप्लाय MSB कडून तेवढाच आहे. म्हणून बनवतानाच इक्विपमेंट हे असे बनवलेले आहेत की जे 230 व्होल्ट 50 हर्ट्ज सप्लायला ऑपरेट होते. परंतु तोच फॅन जर आपण 440 व्होल्टला कनेक्ट केला, 3 फेजला कनेक्ट केला, डेफिनेटली इट विल बी बर्न आउट, कम्प्लिटली बर्न आउट. कारण तो तयार केला आहे 230 व्होल्टला. आणि जर आपण चुकून देता येत नाही, आपल्याला तसा सप्लाय तो देता येत नाही कारण त्याचं कनेक्शनच आपल्याला तसं देता येत नसते. जर आपण तरी पण दिला 440 व्होल्टला, it will be completely burn out or it will not operate at all. Get it this point? Okay, so this is the third definition. It is the number of cycles that occurs in a 1 second. Now the fourth definition is a waveform. Whatever the shape of this curve you will observe, that is called as a waveform. This is, I say that, a sine waveform. Why I say that sine waveform? Because the shape of this waveform is just like a sine. That's why we call it a sine waveform is there. But what is mean by the waveform or the wave shape? You can also say that it's a wave shape. How you can define? The shape of a curve obtained by plotting the instantaneous values of voltage or current against the time is called as a waveform or the wave shape is there. आता ही वेवफॉर्म कशी आलेली आहे आपल्याला माहित आहे. We are always try to consider this horizontal axis, we call it a time axis. We always starts to measure the time from t is equal to 0 आणि तिथून पुढे आपण काय केलेलो आहे, प्रत्येक व्हॅल्यू प्लॉट करत गेलेलो आहे. असं प्लॉट करत गेलेलो आहे. फॉर एव्हरी टाइम सेकंड वी आर प्लॉटिंग the all the instantaneous values against the time axis, and such types of shape we get it. So this shape of this waveform is known as shape of this curve is known as a waveform here. So you can try to read that the definition. The shape of a curve obtained by plotting the instantaneous values. हे डॉट म्हणजे काय की ज्यावेळेस तुमचा आपण काय म्हणलेलं आहे, आपण काय अज्युम केलेलं आहे, कंडक्टर हा ज्यावेळेस इनिशियल पोझिशनला असेल तिथून पुढे जो तो रोटेट होत जातोय, मग प्रत्येक पॉइंटला जर तुम्ही त्याची मॅग्निट्यूड काढत गेला आणि त्या मॅग्निट्यूडचा ग्राफ जर टाइम ऍक्सिस बरोबर जर प्लॉट करत गेला तर तुम्हाला अशा प्रकारचा शेप मिळेल, अशा प्रकारचा कर्व मिळेल आणि या कर्वला आपण काय म्हणणार आहोत, वेवफॉर्म म्हणणार आहोत. So that the definition of waveform or the wave shape, it should be the shape of a curve obtained by plotting the instantaneous values. सगळ्या काय आहेत, instantaneous values आहेत of a voltage or current against the time is known as waveform or the wave shape is that. This is now the next one is the instantaneous value. Instantaneous value म्हणजे काय की आपली इनिशियल पोझिशन ऑफ अ कंडक्टर कशी होती, हॉरिझॉन्टल, बरोबर आहे. ऍट दॅट इन्स्टंट व्हॉट इज दॅट इंड्यूस्ड EMF, इट्स अ 0. पण आता त्यानं थोडासा अँगल घेतला, आता त्याची व्हॅल्यू बदलली, आता पुन्हा अँगल घेतला, आता पुन्हा अँगल बदलली. आता या इन्स्टन्सला किती व्हॅल्यू असेल, या इन्स्टन्सला किती व्हॅल्यू असेल, म्हणजे ज्यावेळेस तो कंडक्टर हा अँटी क्लॉकवाईज डिरेक्शन मध्ये रोटेट होत असेल त्यावेळेस त्याच्या प्रत्येक इन्स्टंटला त्या कंडक्टर मध्ये जनरेट होणारा जो EMF आहे त्या EMF ला आपण काय म्हणणार आहोत, इन्स्टंटेनियस व्हॅल्यू. So the value of alternating voltage or current at any instant is known as instantaneous value, and it is represented with a small v or small I. मग आपल्याला माहित आहे की हा जो काय ग्राफ आहे हा अगेन्स्ट टाइम ऍक्सिस ड्रॉ केलेला आहे. आपला इनिशियल पॉइंट कोणता कन्सिडर करतो आपण, when t is equal to 0 and induced voltage or that EMF is also 0. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी induced voltage or EMF काय आहे आपला 0 आहे. मग आता तुम्ही कोणताही एक इन्स्टंट घ्या. If I consider this instant, what is the value at that instant is known as the instantaneous value. If I take another one instant, this one, as you know that at this instant, the waveform having its a positive maximum value, this is also the instantaneous value. At this instant, the waveform having its a zero value, this is also instantaneous value. At this instant, the waveform having its a negative maximum value, this is also instantaneous value. At this instant, the waveform having its a zero value, this is also the instantaneous value. Means the value of an alternating quantity at any instant is known as an instantaneous value. And very important thing is that the instantaneous value is always represented with small letters. For example, here as you know that the standard equation of induced EMF E is equal to EM sin theta. What is this small e? What is this small e? This is nothing but the instantaneous value of induced EMF. Instantaneous value of induced EMF. Get it my point? It means that suppose if I have that equation E is equal to 20 sin theta. आता मला सांगा हा 20 काय रिप्रेझेंट करतो या ठिकाणी? What it represent?
Induced EMF.
20 हा induced EMF रिप्रेझेंट करतो.
Maximum value of EMF.
अरे स्टँडर्ड इक्वेशन बघा ना तुम्ही. बरोबर आहे, मी इथं लिहिलेलं आहे E इज इक्वल टू 20 साइन थीटा. मग ही काय म्हणलेलं आहे, कन्सिडर केलेलं आहे आपण 20 इज नथिंग बट EM मॅक्सिमम व्हॅल्यू. आता कन्सिडर करा थीटा इज इक्वल टू 0. आता थीटा इज इक्वल टू 0 डिग्री म्हणजे काय की त्यानं काहीही अँगल घेतलेला नाहीये रेफरन्स ऍक्सिस, म्हणजे तो रेफरन्स ऍक्सिसशी कोइन्साइड असेल. त्या ठिकाणी साइन थीटा काय झालं, इट्स अ 0. साइन थीटा 0 झाल्यानंतर इंड्युस्ड EMF काय झाला तुमचा 0. म्हणजे हा तुमचा स्टार्टिंगचा पॉइंट आला. आता मी कन्सिडर करतो थीटा इज इक्वल टू 30 डिग्री. बघा मला कॅल्क्युलेट करून सांगा. थीटा इज इक्वल टू 30 डिग्री, that time what is the value of induced EMF?
E max upon 2. EM upon 2.
30 कॅल्क्युलेट करून सिंगल फिगर सांगा ना मला.
10.
It's a 10 volt. Now if I say that theta is equal to 90 degree, what is that value of induced EMF?
20.
कारण sin 90 हा या ठिकाणी 1 आहे म्हणजे मॅक्सिमम आला. आता मी कन्सिडर करतो थीटा इज इक्वल टू 160 डिग्री. कॅल्क्युलेट अँड गिव्ह मी दॅट. व्हॉट इज दॅट व्हॅल्यू ऑफ इंड्युस्ड EMF?
6.84.
6.84. Theta is equal to 180 degree. What is that induced EMF?
0.
It's 0. Theta is equal to 230 degree. What is that induced EMF?
minus 15.32.
Minus 15.32.
32.
Theta is equal to 270 degree. What is that induced EMF?
minus
minus
20.
20.
20.
It's a minus 20. आता लक्षात आलं? So whatever the values we have calculated, these are nothing but the instantaneous values. Because we have considered any angle, any time. Is it right? The value of an alternating quantity at any instant is known as an instantaneous value. मग आता तुमच्या लक्षात आलं असेल बघा, ज्यावेळेस थीटा हा 90 डिग्री आहे त्यावेळेस तुम्हाला पॉझिटिव्ह मॅक्सिमम व्हॅल्यू मिळाली EM एवढी. याच्यापेक्षा जास्त व्हॅल्यू जाते का? 20 पेक्षा जास्त व्हॅल्यू कधीतरी जाईल का E ची? Absolutely no, because this is the maximum value. If you take it theta is equal to 180 degree, induced EMF becomes 0. If you take it the theta is equal to 270 degree, induced EMF, it is maximum but in an opposite direction, so that we got it's a minus 20 degree. This is nothing but the instantaneous value is there. Is it that clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let me proceed further. Amplitude. Now it's a read that, as we know that when I say that this is the time axis, when t is equal to 0, as we know that at a 90 degree, the waveform having its a positive maximum value, and at a 270 degree, the waveform having its a negative maximum value. So this is called as an amplitude of a sinusoidal quantity. The maximum value attained by an alternating quantity is also known as peak value or the maximum value or the amplitude, and it is represented with a capital V to the base M and capital I to the base M is there. It means that when I say that E is equal to 30 sine omega t, where 30 is the maximum value which represents the amplitude, I say that this is the amplitude is there, and it is always represented with the capital letters with the base M. It represents that the maximum value is there. It is the maximum value attained by an alternating quantity, and as you know that in a one cycle, the waveform will attain 2 times its maximum value, one in a positive half cycle and second in a negative half cycle is there. 2 times the positive maximum or the maximum value will attain by the waveform, and that is called as a amplitude here. And that amplitude or that maximum value, it is also known as a peak value. It is also known as a peak value. It means that the maximum value of this waveform, it can be also represented with V to the base P. We call it a peak value. If I say that in the negative maximum value, it can be also represented with, here you can say that positive VP, here you can say that negative VP here. Get it my point? Suppose my equation is V is equal to 20 sine omega t. Now what is the value of VP here? What is the value of VP here? VP means what? It's a maximum value. What is its value?
20.
It's a 20 volt. Am I right? Now, if I say that, what is the value of VPP? See that here we say that V is equal to 0, at t is equal to 0, V is also equal to 0. During the positive half cycle will attain its a maximum value, that is nothing but 20 volt. And during the negative half cycle, it will also attain its a maximum value. We say that it's a 20 volt. Now, when I say that V peak to peak, what is that value? It's a 20 plus 20, it becomes 40 volt is there. Is it that clear? I say that V peak to peak, it can be represented like that. Only when I say that V peak value, it becomes 20 volt. And when I say that V peak to peak, म्हणजे दोन पीक मधलं voltage जर काढलं, तर then it becomes 20 plus 20, which is equal to the 40 volt is there. Is it that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please remember the definition for that amplitude. Amplitude is nothing but the maximum value attained by an alternating quantity is there. Is it right? So these are the few terminologies, few important definitions we discuss. See that what are the definitions we discussed from the start. I think first is the cycle, then periodic time. Cycle means a complete set of positive and negative values. Periodic time means a time required to complete the one cycle. Frequency means number of cycles completed in 1 second. Waveform means it is the curve obtained by plotting all instantaneous values against time axis. Instantaneous value means the value of alternating quantity at any particular instant. Amplitude is nothing but the maximum value obtained by an alternating quantity is there. Is it that clear? Okay. Now, we will try to see the representation of an alternating quantity. I think I have already explained that representation here, but still I will once again I will try to explain. When I say that my equation is I is equal to I am sine omega t. Now this is my standard equation here about current. And now when I want to draw the waveform of this equation, as this is a standard equation, it means that the waveform of this equation is always starts from t is equal to 0 onwards. The waveform of this equation is always increasing thereafter. Waveform of this equation will attain the positive maximum value at pi by 2 radian. Waveform of this equation will attain the maximum positive half cycle at pi radian. Waveform of this equation will attain the negative maximum value at 3 pi by 2 radian, and one cycle of this waveform will complete in between 0 to 2 pi radian. आता मी जे काय बोललो ते सगळ्यांच्या लक्षात आलं का व्यवस्थित? हे इक्वेशन म्हणजे हे एवढं सगळं मीनिंग आहे त्याचा. अजून मीनिंग आहे खूप, परंतु मी आतापर्यंत सांगितलेले हे एवढे त्याचे रिलेटेड पॉइंट्स आहेत. And now I can also draw the waveform of this equation. Now this is the representation of the waveform of this equation in terms of radian. That's why I have considered here omega t, and I have shown here pi by 2 radian, pi radian, 3 pi by 2 radian, and 2 pi radian. I can also represent the waveform of the same equation in terms of degree. Here I say that it's a t in a second. As you know that the starting of this waveform, of this equation is from t is equal to 0, and this is the instantaneous value of a current. Get it, my point? And as you know that the meaning of this waveform is at a 90 degree, this waveform will attain its positive maximum value. I say that I am, which is equal to the maximum value or the peak value. At 180 degree, the waveform will complete its positive half cycle. At 270 degree, the waveform will attain its negative maximum value, I am, minus I am, at 270 degree. And at a 360 degree, the waveform will complete its one cycle. This is the meaning of, this is the first meaning, this is the second meaning, and now this one is the third meaning. I can also show that, as you know that the waveform of this equation, it starts from t is equal to 0. Along y-axis, we always take that value of instantaneous value. Along x-axis, we consider that it's a time axis in second. Get it, my point? And we know that the time required to complete one cycle, the time required to complete one cycle is called as a time period or periodic time. It is represented with a capital T. And we know that this sine waveform is a symmetrical about time axis. So my question is, what is the time required to complete the positive half cycle here?
T by 2.
It's a t by 2 second. What is the time required to attain the maximum value here? Positive maximum value. It's a t by 4 second. What is the time required to attain the negative maximum value here? It's a 3t by 4 second. And what is the time required to complete one cycle, which is nothing but the capital T is there. आता तुमच्या समोर 3 वेवफॉर्म्स ठेवलेले आहेत. एक आहे रेडियन मध्ये, दुसरी आहे डिग्री मध्ये आणि तिसरी आहे इन द फॉर्म ऑफ टाइम पिरियड. ह्याच इक्वेशनची वेवफॉर्म्स आहेत, फक्त 3 वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीने मी इथं तुमच्या समोर ठेवलेले आहेत. इज इट दॅट क्लिअर?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now today we stop here, and in the next lecture we will try to discuss the phasor representation of alternating quantity. आता एक लक्षात घ्या की आता तुमच्या हे लक्षात आलं असेल की या टॉपिक मध्ये